Welcome to Celestial Insights, a weekly podcast that brings the stars down to earth. I'm your host, astrologer, coach, and intuitive Celeste Brooks. My purpose is to provide practical, unique, and insightful guidance to help you navigate the energies of the week like a boss. Hello, this is Celeste of Astrology by Celeste, and on this episode I will discuss the astrology for the week of May 28th, 2023. I want to remind you that I'm speaking in person and giving a workshop in San Diego on Friday, July 14th and Saturday, July 25th. And you can check the show notes for links to these events. I would love to meet you in person if you're in the area and would like to join. I'll be speaking for the San Diego Astrological Society, and I hope to see you there. The theme of this week is conflicts with authority, and there are three big things I'd like you to think about. First, today we have the Sun at 6 degrees of Gemini squaring Saturn at 6 degrees of Pisces. This is mutable energy. It may have a lot to do with thought processes. Squares are activating. They are tense aspects that can often lead to frustrating situations. You can think about, say you're going to an event and your car breaks down. It's an event that's out of your control, but it causes you this frustration and tension because now you've got to figure out how to change your tire or how to call AAA and this, that, and the other thing. So oftentimes squares come up where there are things out of our control, but they lead to frustration where we have to take action. Both the Sun and Saturn are associated with authorities. The Sun is, the king in traditional astrology. So let's just say the sovereign, which, all the planets revolve around the Sun. And Saturn has a connotation of, the stern authority, the stern elder. So be aware that you may be seeing people coming up against, conflicts with their bosses, with their parents. If your kids are mouthing off to you, Sun in Gemini, and it's causing you a lot of tension, that could be something that goes on. It could also just be mental, like feelings of melancholy or being down. So just take a time to do a body scan. Notice how you're thinking. Notice how you're feeling. Hopefully the debt crisis in the United States has been resolved, but I'm wondering if they'll wait till the last minute. This can be indicative of also that kind of tension where it's putting a spotlight on the potential for Saturnian things, restrictions, delays, boundaries, consequences. So see when these things come up. If you have planets around 6 degrees of mutable signs in your chart, this may be more impactful for you. And this is going to have kind of hang over the whole week because it was part of the mutable T-square of the first quarter moon I talked about yesterday. So just be aware of that. Now, Gemini energy is kind of lighthearted and witty and fun and curious, but it also can be nervous. So do what you need to do. You can use your breath to dispel any kind of tension, or take a walk, or take a drive, something like that. Movement is medicine. So think about that if you come up against any kind of Saturnian restrictions. And remember, we don't break down, we break through. We see the obstacle and then we figure out. Think like a Capricorn. How can I get over it or around it or under it? Things like that can be helpful for you when unexpected, delays, if they happen to you, pop up. The second thing I want you to be aware of is that Jupiter, the planet of abundance, wealth, royalty, celebrity, it's the cosmic Santa Claus, is going to conjunct the North Node of Destiny at 3 degrees of Taurus. So this is exciting. Jupiter connecting with the North Node. Really notice who you meet a couple days before and after after this conjunction, they could wind up being someone who can be super helpful to you. They could be a new benefactor or a mentor, someone who's invested in your success and can help you, even if it's just giving you some advice or introducing you to the right person. This is wonderful energy for making money moves. This is happening on Wednesday, so hopefully we're celebrating, the Congress and the President of the United States are not going to let, the whole world's financial systems potentially collapse for this stupid debt ceiling fight. Yeah, it's really interesting. Now, something I find fascinating about this conjunction is that it is Jupiter at the time of it meets the North Node at 3 Taurus is parallel Regulus, which is the royal fixed star. So it has a lot of associations to do with royalty. People who have this in their chart can be very successful or take on, a power in things like that. Parallels are like secret conjunctions. It's a relationship of declination. So I find this interesting because Uranus, the great awakener, sudden events, is parallel diadem, which also has connotations with royalty. A diadem is like a little hat kind of thing that royal people wear on their heads. So I wonder if there's going to be some big announcement about, and it may not have like huge news because 3 Taurus is not a world point, but there may be some news about royalty that's surprising or unexpected. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. It also could just be about big celebrities, something like that. So, but for us and for our own lives, yeah, be really mindful about financial opportunities, the people you meet. If your boss offers you some kind of new opportunity for growth, really consider it before rejecting it, because it can be something that really kind of propels you forward on your journey, even though it may feel really uncomfortable. Have faith is something to think about with this aspect. The last thing I want to make you aware of is that there will be a full moon on Saturday at 13 degrees of Sagittarius. So the sun at 13 Gemini, the moon at 13 Sagittarius, in opposition to each other, all is illuminated. Full moons are times of celebration. Be very mindful of what you become aware of. And Sagittarius is mutable fire. Can you feel inspired and optimistic and joyful about your ability to expand and create the life that you want for yourself? Think about that. Also, if you have planets of mutable signs right about there, especially, there may be a story in your life that started 18 months ago when there was a new moon at 12 degrees of Sagittarius on December 4th of 2021, where the sun and moon were both at 12 degrees of Sagittarius. The first quarter moon, 9 months later of this moon phase family, the sun was at 11 Virgo, the moon at 11 Sagittarius on September 3rd of 2022. And now we come to the full moon. So take a look back at your notes, or if you remember, was there any kind of story that started in December 2021, had some kind of inflection point or pivot point in September of 2022 and continues now. So you can be a little loose, like a couple weeks before or after, but just consider it about Sagittarius topics. It could even be about your hips or thighs or liver. Those are health things related to Sagittarius. Could be about long distance travel, learning new things. Yeah, think about all things Sagittarius. And if anything comes up, also look at your chart. What house is 12 Sagittarius on your chart? For me, it's my sixth house of daily life and health and habits. So I'll be, thinking about some things like that. I might be on a cleanse after my birthday month. Yes, I might, because, I have really enjoyed myself. Sagittarius rules over indulgence. So I want you to be mindful about, not drinking too much or going to excess with any kind of drugs or intoxicants, because Venus in the sky will also be trine Neptune. So this can be like party, 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 Venus in Cancer, Neptune in Pisces. You're having a great time, just letting yourself flow with the energy. But Mercury is conjunct Uranus as well. So that can be like you're driving home from a party, you had too much to drink. Mercury conjunct Uranus, you hear the siren, the police siren going. So do not let that be you. Take care of your own safety as well as the safety of the collective, and use Uber, Lyft, or something like that, or the subway or whatever if you're out having a good time and you overindulge. On Sunday, the word of the day is melancholy. We start the week with the moon in Virgo. Now, I love Virgo energy. It's the chop wood, carry water sign of the zodiac, where you can get what you need to get done, those mundane tasks, with ease. Great energy to clean the house or declutter. But this is the day the sun squares Saturn. So really notice how you're feeling in the morning. And also Mercury is semi-square Neptune. So some people may be feeling like a lost or adrift. Try not to be too overly critical of yourself. Virgo energy, the beauty of it is it can bring order to chaos. The downside can be really, really nitpicking. So watch yourself. If you're using your words to nitpick at yourself or someone else, can you stop and pivot and reframe what you're saying? Speak to yourself kindly on this day as well. And if you're feeling blue, do something that's helpful, like go for a walk or, talk to someone about how you're feeling, or a bath might even be nice on this day, I'm feeling. So just take good care of yourself. Doing some breath exercises can be really helpful, because Saturn can be like a heavy lead blanket on you that just really kind of pulls you down. So how can you bring yourself back up? It's Gemini season. Call someone and just have a conversation, or that can be wonderful. On Monday, the word of the day is memorial. And in the United States, we honor and mourn the U.S. military personnel who died while serving in the U.S. Armed Forces. So thank everyone for their service who is in the military. Freedom is not free, and appreciate the work that you do to keep us safe and secure. The moon will enter the sign of Libra at 7:50 a.m. Pacific time. Enjoy yourself. If you're going to a barbecue or a picnic or something like that, I will be at Norwalk on this day. So come by and say hello if you see me. And just know that the Celestial Insights Instagram live program has been on Sundays for the last couple of years. I decided to move it to Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Pacific time. This is a program where I talk about the current events on Instagram. And I realized I want my Sundays back. I started on Sunday because I was working full time while I was getting my astrology business up and going. But now I'm not working for full time for corporate. My time is my own, and I need some more downtime on the weekend. So I made that change. So memorialize the Sunday Celestial Insights Instagram Live. It's now going to be on Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Hope to see you there. Now, Libra energy is an air sign. It encourages collaboration. If you are at a party, have fun and introduce yourself to someone new. It's very sociable. Sun in Gemini, Moon in Libra. This can be a great day to just chitter chat and have fun. On Tuesday, the word of the day is sanctuary. One thing that's really interesting on this day is Uranus, the great awakener, brings sudden events. Uranus breaks things. Or it can be Eureka, surprise. Uranus can go either way. Is conjunct Vesta, the asteroid of the hearth fire. Vesta has associations with, the Virgin. It's the hearth fire in the middle of Rome that these young maidens had to keep going. So it's conjunct at 20 degrees of Taurus, an earth sign associated with resources. So I wonder if there'll be unexpected news about the housing market or abortion news. Uranus rules abortion, and, in certain states in the US, they're trying to drag us back 50 years with these draconian laws about abortion medications and things like that, and constantly filing suits or issuing new laws. So there may be some news about that. Also, embassies or sanctuaries are associated with Vesta, places where people can go to be taken care of, feel safe, be in devotion together or collaboration together. Or refugee news is something I also thought this might be about. Also, Vesta rules are sisters. So great day to call your sister is Gemini season. Yeah, or see if you see sisters in the news. But yeah, look for associations around Vesta and unexpected things going on. Or notice if, take some time to evaluate what are you really devoted to, and is it different than it was in the past? On Wednesday, the word of the day is awareness. We have a gibbous moon at 24 Libra at 7:19 a.m. Pacific time, conjunct the fixed star Spica. So gibbous moons are when the moon is pregnant with possibilities. It's in the waxing phase, the growth phase. It's a great time for connecting, collaborating with other people. Spica is one of the most fortunate fixed stars. It's at 24 Libra. AstrologyKing.com talks about how it gives success, renown, riches, and a sweet disposition. Love of art and science. On the shadows, it can be unscrupulous, unfruitful, and injustice to innocence. So hopefully this is not about the fact that our leaders can't come to an agreement about this debt ceiling. I don't think so. I'm thinking this is like success, and they're going to pat themselves on the back for doing something that they should have done weeks ago or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But in your own life, be aware of opportunities for success. And yeah, just have some awareness of how you're feeling. The moon enters Scorpio at 4:44 p.m. Pacific time. Notice if you see a shift. Scorpio is deep water. Sometimes Libra to Scorpio can be like kaboom. Because, yeah, going from that cardinal air to that fixed water, it can be a little bracing and shocking, especially because once the moon enters Scorpio, it will square Pluto. Things may be unearthed. This is why I want you to be aware of your feelings. The moon in Scorpio is going to activate that whole fixed T-square that we've been experiencing. So at first it's going to square Pluto, and then it's going to oppose Jupiter in Taurus, and then square Mars and Leo over, hours. And so, yeah, watch out for getting into needless power struggles. On this day, Venus is contra-parallel Icarus, the asteroid. And Icarus's mythology was that Icarus flew too close to the sun, despite being told not to. Sun square Saturn. His dad said Saturn is a father figure too. Said, don't get too close to the sun, because don't fly too high, because the wax melted and he crashed into the sea and died. So, well, notice if you see any kind of fall from grace or an alliance just trying so hard. I'm thinking the Republican members of Congress who really are just pushing their agenda around the debt ceiling. Yeah, hopefully that won't be it. But notice what you see in the news. Venus could be money, beauty, art. Yeah, a model, a story about a model or something like that. So notice Venus where people have some kind of a fall from grace on this day. On Thursday, the word of the day is serendipity. Serendipity is when luck meets opportunity. This is the day. Jupiter's conjunct the North Node in Taurus, both at 3 degrees. So, as I said, be aware of who you're meeting. Now, Mars in Leo is quincunx Saturn in Pisces. Quincunxes can move you into new situations where you have to release and let go of something. They're both at 7 degrees, Mars at 7 Leo, Saturn at 7 Pisces. So Mars is a gas, Saturn's a brake. There could be a lot of tension or irritation or adjustment. So just be aware of that as well. Don't dig too hard into. Be flexible is what I would say is a good way to work with this energy. On Friday, the word of the day is seductive. Venus in Cancer at 27 degrees is trine Neptune at 27 Pisces. This is beautiful energy. It's like internally, do you feel just inspired? This is a great day for pleasure. With the moon in Scorpio, it can be, watch what you're seduced by on this day. Now, don't get swept out to sea with this or get, too drunk, or if you have problems with or know someone with problems with, any kind of substances, it's a good day to check on them, because this could be you just easily or don't realize how many drinks you've had or how many cookies you've eaten. So just be aware of that, especially after the moon enters Sag at 10:23 p.m. Pacific time. This can be a lot of overindulgence. So I'm going to a really nice dinner. I'm being taken out. This should be probably my last birthday dinner on this night. And I hope I remember my own advice and do not eat too much at this new nice restaurant I'm going to. So keep that in mind. Just have a wonderful time. This is a great time for a nice meal, especially, or to create a meal where you really put some beautiful touches on it to make it look beautiful, Neptune, so that the image is gorgeous. Yeah, I love that. And just enjoy yourself. Savor. Don't rush through anything, whether it's food or sex or that sort of thing. Oh, I love it. On Saturday, the word of the day is celebration. Venus is contra-parallel Pluto on this day. So this can be, watch out for power struggles in relationships. Can you be flexible? The full moon is at 8:41 p.m. at 13 degrees of Sagittarius. Full moons, all is illuminated. It's time to celebrate. This could be a great day for a party. Just be safe and don't overdo it is my recommendation. So, put your crystals out in the moonlight. Bathe them in the moonlight. This is a really nice energy to bathe your crystals. So that's it for this week's episode. Feel free to email me at Celeste at astrologybyceleste.com with any astrology and action stories, or let me know how the themes are playing out for you, the daily themes of the week. Take care, and I'll catch you next week. Thank you for listening to Celestial Insights. To learn more about my work, please visit my website, astrologybyceleste.com, where I offer personal readings, horary consultations, cosmic coaching, group events, and classes to help guide people to higher levels of fulfillment. You can also find me on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook at Astrology by Celeste. If you enjoyed Celestial Insights, please help others find the show. Follow, rate it 5 stars, or write a nice review. I would so appreciate it. I'm astrologer, coach, and intuitive Celeste Brooks, and I'll be back next week.